Hello, my name is Ryan Bridges, and as chairman of the preschool committee here at Oakland Baptist Church, one of the duties that we have is to go over our child protection policy for Oakland Baptist. Today, we will start with a general purpose statement about the child protection policy. At Oakland Baptist, we seek to provide a safe and secure environment for the children who participate in our programs and activities. By implementing the below practices, our goal is to protect the children of Oakland Baptist from incidents of misconduct or inappropriate behavior, while also protecting our staff, volunteers, and workers from false accusations. For purposes of this policy, the terms child or children include all persons under the age of 18 years old. The term worker includes both paid and volunteer persons who work with the children of the church. All persons who desire to work with the children participating in our programs and activities will be screened. This screening includes the following. No applicant will be considered for any position involving contact with minors until he or she has been involved with Oakland Baptist for a minimum of 6 months. This time of interaction between our leadership and the applicant allows for better evaluation and suitability for the applicant for working with children. This rule does not apply to paid staff. All persons seeking to work with children must complete and sign a written application in a form to be supplied by us. The application will request basic information from the applicant and will inquire into previous experience with children, previous church affiliation, reference and employment information, as well as disclosure of any previous criminal convictions. The application form will be maintained in confidence on file here at the church. Upon completion of the application, a face-to-face interview may be scheduled with the applicant to discuss his or her suitability for the position. Before an applicant is permitted to work with children, at least 2 of the applicant's references will be checked. These references should be of an institutional nature as opposed to personal or family references, preferably from organizations where the applicant has worked with children in the past. Documentation of the reference checks will be maintained in confidence on file here at the church. A national criminal background check is required for all employees, regardless of position, and for the following categories of volunteers: those who will be involved in overnight activities with children, those counseling with children, those involved in one-on-one mentorship with children, and those having occasional one-on-one contact with children. Before a background check is run, prospective workers will be asked to sign an authorization form allowing the church to run the check. If an individual declines to sign the authorization form, he or she will be unable to work with children. What constitutes a disqualifying offense that will keep an individual from working with children may be determined by the Associate Minister of Education and Missions on a case-by-case basis in light of all the surrounding circumstances. Generally, convictions for an offense involving children and/or offenses involving violence, dishonesty, illegal substances, indecency, and any conduct contrary to our mission will preclude someone from being permitted to work with children here at Oakland Baptist. Failure to disclose a criminal conviction on the application form will also be a disqualifying event. The background check authorization form and results will be maintained in confidence on file here at the church. It is our goal that a minimum of 2 adult workers be in attendance at all times when children are being supervised during our programs and activities. Some youth classes may have only 1 adult teacher in attendance during the class session. In these instances, doors to the classroom should remain open and there should be no fewer than 3 students with the adult teacher. We do not allow minors to be alone with 1 adult on our premises or in any sponsored activity unless it is in a counseling situation or unless parental consent is obtained. For purposes of this policy, child abuse is any action or lack of action that endangers or harms a child's physical, psychological, or emotional health and development. Child abuse occurs in different ways and includes the following: physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. Child care workers may have the opportunity to become aware of abuse or neglect of the children under our care. In the event that an individual involved in the care of our children at this church becomes aware of a suspected abuse or neglect of a child under his or her care, This should be reported immediately to the Associate Minister of Education and Missions for further action, including reporting to authorities as may be mandated by state law. In the event that an incident of abuse or neglect is alleged to have occurred at this church or during our sponsored programs or activities, the following procedure will be followed. The parent or guardian of the child will be notified. The worker alleged to be the perpetrator of the abuse or misconduct will be immediately placed on leave from working with children pending an investigation and instructed to remain away from the premises during the investigation. Civil authorities will be notified and the church will comply with the state's requirements regarding mandatory reporting of abuse as the law then exists. The church will fully cooperate with the investigation of the incident by civil authorities. Our insurance company will be notified and we will complete an incident report. Any documents received relating to the incident and/or allegations will immediately be forwarded to the insurance company. The senior minister will be our spokesperson to the media concerning incidents of abuse or neglect unless he or she is alleged to be involved. We will seek the advice of legal counsel before responding to the media inquiries or releasing information to the congregation. All other representatives of the church should refrain from speaking to the media. A pastoral visit will be arranged for those who desire it. Any person who is not found innocent of the alleged abuse or misconduct will be removed from their position working with children or youth here at Oakland Baptist. Classroom doors should remain open unless there is a window in the door or a side window beside it. Doors should never be locked while persons are inside the room except under emergency procedures. We recognize that there may be times when it is necessary or desirable for babysitters, paid or volunteer, who themselves are under age 18, to assist in caring for children during programs or activities. The following guidelines apply to teenage workers. They must be at least 14 years old, accompanied by a parent, and approved by the preschool director. They must be screened as specified above, and they must be under the supervision of an adult and must never be left alone with children. For children 3 years old and under, a security check-in, check-out procedure will be followed. The child will be signed in by a parent or guardian who will receive a child check for the child, similar to a claim check. The parent or guardian must present the child check in order to sign out the child from our care. In the event that a parent or guardian is unable to present the child check, the preschool director will be contacted. The preschool director will be responsible for releasing the child to the care of a parent or guardian after discussing the surrounding circumstances with the parent or guardian. It is our desire to provide a healthy and safe environment for all of the children at Oakland Baptist. Parents are encouraged to be considerate of other children when deciding whether to place a child under our care. In general, children with the following symptoms should not be dropped off at Oakland Baptist Church: fever, diarrhea, or vomiting within the last 24 hours, green or yellow runny nose, eye or skin infections, and other symptoms of communicable or infectious diseases. Children who are observed by our workers to be ill will be separated from other children, and the parent or guardian will be contacted to request that the child be picked up for the day. It is the policy of Oakland Baptist Church not to administer either prescription or non-prescription medications to the children under our care. Medications should be administered by a parent at home. Parents are reminded of our sick child policy. Exceptions to the medications policy may be granted to parents of children with potentially life-threatening conditions such as asthma or severe allergic reactions. Parents of such children should address their situation with the preschool director to develop a plan of action. It is the policy of Oakland Baptist Church not to administer corporal punishment, even if parents have suggested or given permission for it. There should be no spanking, grabbing, hitting, or other physical discipline of children. Workers should consult with the preschool director if assistance is needed with disciplinary issues. Here at Oakland, children 5 years of age and younger should use a classroom bathroom if one is available. If a classroom bathroom is not available, workers should escort a group of children to the hallway bathroom. They should always go in a group, never taking a child to the bathroom alone. The workers should check the bathroom first to make sure that it is empty, and then allow the children inside. The workers should then remain outside the bathroom door and escort the children back to the classroom. If a child is taking longer than seems necessary, the worker should open the bathroom door and call the child's name. If a child requires assistance, the workers should prop open the bathroom door and leave the stall door open as they assist the child. For children over the age of 5, the workers should check the bathroom first to make sure that the bathroom is empty, and then allow the children inside. The workers should then remain outside the bathroom door and escort the children back to the classroom. For the protection of all, workers should never be alone with a child in a bathroom with the door closed, and never be in a closed bathroom stall with a child. Parents are strongly encouraged to have their children visit the bathroom prior to each class. In the event that a child or youth is injured while under our care, the following steps should be followed. For minor injuries, scrapes, and bruises, workers will provide first aid, Band-Aids, or etc. as appropriate, and will notify the child's parent or guardian of the injury at the time that the child is picked up from our care. For injuries requiring medical treatment beyond simple first aid, the parent and or guardian will immediately be summoned in addition to the worker's supervisor. If warranted by circumstances, an ambulance will be called. Once the child has received appropriate medical attention, an incident report will be completed in the case of injuries requiring treatment by a medical professional. Oakland Baptist Church will provide training on this child protection policy to all new child care workers and will strive to provide opportunities for additional training classes or events on an annual basis. All workers are strongly encouraged to attend these training events. The child protection policy shall be reviewed by the preschool and the day school committees annually. Thank you for your attention.